My name is Randy Bigley. Joining me on the podcast this morning from Colonel Crawford Schools, it's the Superintendent Todd Martin. Good morning, Todd.
Good morning. Thanks for having me again on the show.
Well, same here. Thanks for coming in. And wow, we're getting close to the end of the school year, aren't we? We're not very far away, are we? Graduation's coming up pretty soon.
Oh, yeah, it's winding down quick. Once you hit May, it's like close your eyes, open them, and it's summertime. We're in the summer.
Of course, your summertime, you're still at school.
I still am.
Yeah.
But even me, if you have sunshine when you get off work and you enjoy the weather, it all helps recharge and reset that battery.
I bet it does, and it's got to probably get a little bit more quiet during the summertime too, isn't it?
There's no calls from the sheriff, no fog, no snow. I'm kind of a happy guy in the summer.
There you go. Me too.
Happier.
I'm the same way you. I love summertime. So what's happening? I know we just talked to said graduation's coming up. What else is happening for the school district?
The 8th graders DC trip. Had a chance to do that, which is a big event for the 8th graders. We have a tour guide, Bob Rogers Travel. They guide us along our path for 3 days at DC, and it's always fun for the kids to see, what's in the nation's capital, and some of the things that they get to see is the United States Capitol building, the Supreme Court, Library of Congress, Lincoln Memorial, Vietnam Wall, Korean War memorials. I mean, the schedule's packed.
Yeah.
The Wednesday's packed. Get to your room, you've walked 13 miles. Wow. You start up on Thursday, hit Arlington Cemetery, the United States Holocaust Museum, where the kids learn a little bit about that, and the History Museum. But then you go for your last day, you do the World War II Memorial, the exterior, the Washington Monument, Thomas Jefferson Memorial, Martin Luther King Jr. I mean, there's a lot of things. Iwo Jima Memorial. I mean, kids walk away from that. Even the adults that go as chaperones. I got the opportunity to chaperone. Yeah. They walk away with wow.
Yeah.
So if they ever do go back again, they can almost give the tour themselves.
Sure, right.
Because there's so much to see and so much to do. And I know Mrs. Bond, April Bond, our intermediate principal, she does speakers and sessions leading up to this, so the kids have an idea of what they're going to be seeing. And she does a really, really good job of putting on this trip for the 8th grade. And
very cool, yeah.
It's become an annual, minus the COVID knockout year. It's something the kids really look forward to.
It's nice to be able to be able to do that again. It's nice.
It is.
Yeah, feel like it's getting more back to normal. As it was pre-COVID at the school district. See, it's heading that direction.
Oh, with the concerts and the musicals, we had a Sunday concert with our instrumental music classes, and it was a 4-hour session to where you had like half-hour increments of 6th, 7th, 8th, high school, ended with the rock band.
Oh, wow.
Our 602 rock band.
Yeah, cool.
And I really enjoyed it. I mean, it was a good Sunday just to go sit in the gym and hear some good music, hear kids sing that you didn't know we're really getting after it on the singing stage. So
nice, yeah.
You enjoy it. Anytime you see a kid in a different light like that, it's interesting.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, you're like, well, I didn't know he did that. I didn't know he sang, or she sang, or whatever. Yeah. So it's kind of cool. You don't realize what you miss until these programs start coming back again. You're like, wow, I did miss this.
Yep. And when you see the attendance of the people, everybody missed it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, across the board.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem the same without those.
May 12th is a track and field day for the elementary, and that's a big rite of passage for the elementary kids. They pack the stadium, and Valerie Schaffner, who's retiring this year, PE teacher, she's got in education, I spoke with her, 38.8 years, counting all the different places she's been, and that's been her baby for a long time.
Yeah.
And she puts on a great event. Parents come out, and the kids get to do their thing on the track setting, and that might be that help contribute to our track success. Kids get a love for that early on, and get down there and experience the track. Academic Awards Night will be May 16th.
Okay.
That's always a big event for the parents to come see their kids, and we always give them the praise for the athletics. This is a good night to give them the praise for the academics, not lose sight of why we're really in the business.
Sure, right.
The thing that we do that's unique at Colonel Crawford is the annual water balloon fight. The seniors get to do that.
Yeah.
On May 17th. Now, we have some rules. It has to be water. Can't be anything sticky or whatever.
Right.
You can't freeze them, so they travel faster and harder.
Right.
Cars got to be out of the way.
Yeah.
So they're not getting damaged, but kids have a good time. They look forward to that event.
Do you get involved in that?
I have had a bucket dumped on me, but
Have you?
I have learned to stay far enough away that for them to get me, they'd have to really cover some territory to get me.
Right.
You learn those things. Also on May 17th, we got a couple other big events. There's a lot happening to end the year at Colonel Crawford. Mm-hmm. We have the Reality Store, which is an intermediate event in the middle school, to where we bring in area businesses, and we have the intermediate students come into the cafetorium. They're given a budget sheet, and they have to go around to purchase car insurance, buy a car, buy a house, pay rent. It's kind of a taste of real life. Mm-hmm. They're given an allotment of money, and by the end, it's amazing how they say, I don't have any money left.
Really?
I have to borrow money.
Yeah.
So we're kind of giving them a glimpse of what real life's going to look like, and you need to start thinking about it now. So it's a really good event. Lori Carmen puts that on, and I think it's a great opportunity. And I love to see the businesses come in and intermingle with the kids.
Sure.
You know, community engagement I think is huge for any successful district, and I like that aspect of it. And I am taking a group on the 17th, 8th grade through 11th grade student council members to a leadership conference at Mid-Ohio Education Service Center. Yeah. They're going to have the Ohio High School Athletic Association there. They're going to have legislators there. It's going to be a day of true leadership.
Wow,
a conference
great.
And I think they're looking to make this a spring activity that carries on to next year, why we're doing the 8th through 11th grade, so you can target the high school kids next year and really utilize that student council piece.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to just be elected and not truly grasp some leadership skills. So
sure.
I'm excited to take the kids to that. We have the senior breakfast graduation rehearsal, May 18th. That puts it into perspective. Now you know you're in the home stretch.
Yeah, yeah.
The cafeteria puts on a great feed. Parents come in, they get to sit, enjoy kind of a goodbye breakfast. And then the kids do their thing, get ready for graduation on May 22nd. Last day for students is May 27th, and I'm sure the kids, they have their calendars marked.
Right.
They are ready for the summer. But you say summer, you're still going to have cross country's going to be in there working out, football's going to be in there, girls basketball, boys basketball. I mean, kids get off academically, but they truly don't get a whole lot of time off.
Sure.
And that's probably why we're so successful. These kids and coaches, they commit and they work so hard. But you know, in the summertime, when I'm walking around the facility watching some of these things, there's a lot of laughter. They're having fun. Yeah. It's not all work. There's a lot of play involved too.
Right. Wow.
Which is important. We've got our new calendar out. If you go to our website, cck12.org, www, you can go into the information tab, and the 2022-23 calendar's there. Open house is on the 22nd. It's amazing. I'm talking about that already.
Yeah.
First day of school is the 23rd. It'll be a 4-day week, Tuesday start, and it's a process.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And people go, why is the calendar this way? Why don't you do this, do that? Well, and I've talked about this on the show before. There's a process for the calendar. I bring a template with a proposal. The teachers bring a proposal, and we sit down and we do a calendar together. So there's 3 proposals that the staff vote on, and whichever calendar wins, you know, that's a set calendar for the next year. And I believe this year the one that won was the one that we sat down together and did on the spot. So
okay.
People have input, and I think if it's going to be successful, you need to allow your staff to have input for it to work. Open enrollment letters will go out at the end of this month, either acceptance or denial. Denial is based on if a class filled. You know, we do have to unfortunately deny a few because we can't get them in. I always tell them reapply. Maybe we can get you in the next year, but those will go out to end of May, first part of June, so people will know if they're in the district. We selected a new girls basketball coach, head girls varsity basketball coach, pending board approval in May, is Zach Bauer. Okay. And Zach is a wonderful person. I think he'll do a wonderful job. He's a good basketball mind, but more importantly, he's a good person. I think awesome. The girls and the parents are really going to like him. Good. So we're excited about that. And we talked a little bit about the Calamity Day process. I want to talk about that a little bit again. I had some people ask me, they had heard me talk about Calamity Days. You know, how does that work? Well, let me tell you how that works. About 4:15 to 4:30, the sheriff's department will call me and say, Mr. Martin, we got some fog. or the roads are slick, you might want to get out and check them. Typically, if I know there's a weather report coming, I set my alarm clock for 4:15, and I'll get that call as I'm getting in my Jeep heading out for the morning.
Yeah.
But I need to have a decision. My goal is to have a decision by 5 a.m. whether I'm going to close or delay. If it's iffy, I'll start with a 2-hour delay. But the goal is, one, I want parents to receive the all-call. And I know they don't like that sometimes. It's so early, but I have to get it out early. What I don't want is to get it out late and have somebody not get the call and their kids are waiting out the bus stop.
Sure. Yeah.
So I try to get the parents to call by 5:30. My transportation supervisor is contacted by 5:15, so she can tell the bus drivers, hey, don't start that baby up right now, let it sit. I reach out to WQEL. Will gets a text from me. WMFD gets a text from me. I know I have a lot of people that are signed up with WQEL to get the checks, and some people are signed up with WMFD to get the automatic text alert. Alert my building administrators and custodians, because I don't want the custodian killing himself on the shovel at 5 a.m. if I'm going to delay. Give him some more time. Contact Channel 10, put it on the website. So there's a lot that goes in to the delay and the cancellation. For me, cancellation's easier.
Yeah.
If I delay, that means I got to go back out at 6 a.m., drive them again. And I typically will drive anywhere from 6:15 to, if it's really a tough decision, till around 7, because I want the decision by 7:15, so my drivers know and the community knows. But every time we make a decision, I try to err on the side of caution. But the one that gets me every now and then is fog.
Yeah.
You cannot predict it. I can go out driving at 5 a.m. and there's nothing, but you can see something hanging up top overhead, and then I come out a half hour later and you can't see a thing.
Right.
Or I come out at 5 a.m. and it's a little bit rough, I delay, and I come out a half hour later, there's nothing. So I just wonder, what is this guy doing? Is he flipping a coin in bed? But the thing with fog, you just cannot predict it. It kind of drives us crazy.
Oh yeah, Snow, you pretty much know what you got, and with fog, yes, I get it. It's in hit and miss. There'll be some areas there would be no fog, and you go a little bit down the road and can't see anything, So,
And the nice thing is to be able to communicate with all the superintendents. Crawford County, we work so well together, the 5 superintendents, that there's good communication. Hey, what's it look like over towards Galleon? What's it look like over towards Winford? Because our districts touch, and we share, and we get the text thread going, and we have Catapult involved and Fairways involved, and I mean, we try to include everybody in the conversation. And do I always go along with the group? Not always, because my roads are a little different sometimes than theirs. And, what's good for Bucyrus, you don't have quite the coverage. It's not always good for Colonel Crawford. So, why didn't we delay? Well, your roads might have been fine where you're at, and they're not fine on my townships and my back roads. So, it's a little different. We're a little more conservative because of the territory we cover.
Sure.
I got 109 square miles to be cognizant of, and sometimes that puts me at a disadvantage.
I bet, yeah.
Winford even more so. I think they're pushing 160. I'm not sure, but I know
I think it was,
they're bigger than us. I know that, but that's a task I take very serious.
Wow.
I joined the group decision my second year as superintendent, and this is year 10 now. It's hard to believe I've been a superintendent for 10 years. And I remember I just jumped in. Okay, I feel good about this. And I had a kid roll their vehicle out on Remlinger Road, and I showed up to the scene and said, I won't make that group decision again. It's going to be based on what I think is good for Colonel Crawford. So some people may say, hey, man, 2-hour Todd, you call off, you delay her. That's a nickname some have given me, 2-hour Todd.
2-hour Todd.
I think we've closed this year. 1 or 2 times was COVID, but 11 times I think is how many times. But we are so far above the minimum hours for what ODE says you have to have that. I mean, we're fine. We have a lot of seat time.
So no makeup days this year, right?
No makeup days. None at all.
And I don't perceive any really bad weather out there, so I don't think we're going to get any more snow.
Nope. But other than that, optimistic. I think we're getting everything staffed. Hired a Brittany Cottrell for the elementary, and that pretty well staffs us for right now. I brought in Nate Hill to do PE for Mrs. Schaffner, who's retired. He's been with the district coaching boys basketball assistant for quite some time, so it's nice to have him on the staff. And I put Michael Voss was approved as our new principal with the move of Mr. Bruner going to AD and students. So Mr. Sheldon is treasurer. I talked about that. So I think we got things pretty much in place, and excited for the summer, excited for the new year start.
Awesome. Yeah, like I said, I can't believe it. Summertime's almost here already. School's almost done.
Hallelujah.
There you go. Todd, thank you so much for coming in today. And what is your website again in case people need any information?
www.cck12.org.
I would imagine you have Facebook too, if somebody, right?
Yes, we have Facebook pages, Colonel Crawford Local, and each individual building, high school, intermediate, elementary, all have Facebook pages. We try to keep them updated. Get on there, check us out, and if you ever want to ask any questions of the district, you can always call me. I actually answer my own phone. So
Well,
feel free to give me a call.
All right, Todd. Thank you so much.
Thank you.